Hi everyone, this is Mike Gordon. Welcome to another perfect playthrough of Tommy Lasorda Baseball. Now we are heading straight into the finale of the regular season, and we only have one series left to go, and it's against the Reds. It gave me a ton of trouble last time. Will they continue to do it this time? And no, at least not for the first two games. You know, and I immediately steal second base, no problemo. So,
third baseman. Out.
And I'm gonna get the out anyways, but that's okay. I got a man on third. So all I really need is to not hit the a fly ball. You shit. Get the fly ball. And yeah, pretty much. But at least I got a run. Yeah. Still sucks to hit the fly ball when you got him in on third, but at least I got something going. And I stole second again. Can I get something more done again?
Third baseman.
And the answer is yes. Well, 2-0. And I got another man on second.
Ball.
And yeah, this is basically a slaughter. And none of this was like, and none of that was exactly RNG manipulated or edited or anything like that. It's just the way of the land, so to speak. Anyways, I continue to get requests for me to continue my perfect playthrough of Final Fantasy VI Advance. So I'm gonna keep in mind, I mean, this was a year ago. Back then, people weren't really paying any attention. Like, maybe a comment or two, but no one was really paying attention. Combined with real life, I basically gave up on it. So, but I will resume the perfect playthrough of Final Fantasy VI if it will get me to 100 subscribers. I might actually do it anyways, because the demand for it is that great. And I forgot to steal first, so this is gonna lead to some awkward moments here. But I would really like it to show how invested people are in my playthrough of Final Fantasy VI. I will resume where I left off.
Third baseman. Foul.
Or I may just do that anyways. If we get to 100 subscribers. And if in addition to that, 200 subscribers will get me to do a speed run of Sonic 2 on an actual Sega Genesis.
Shortstop.
So, anyways, I'm not really talking much about this. I'm basically just trying to get all the outs possible.
Out. Safe.
And yeah, I'm up 5-0, and I kind of screwed up on the outs thing. But that's about to change. Yeah, the first 2 innings of the game, I don't really need to build my lead up anymore. This is an absolute rout in the first 2 innings of the game. I haven't dominated this easily in a long time, but now it's time to put this game on ice. Roughly 5 minutes have just passed since I began game 28.
Out.
So might as well basically go into speedrun mode now.
Third baseman. Out.
But yeah, I should probably...
Second
I
baseman.
don't know what that was.
Out.
But I
First
should
baseman.
probably
Out.
remember steal second. Well, certain ball players are so slow that stealing second with them are impossible, and you're gonna find that out when we get there.
First baseman. Out.
Because Game 30 actually gave me problems.
Second baseman. Out.
So, pretty much the whole rest of the game is automated. It's a swing in and out, swing in and out, swing in and out. Maybe I get a home run in there somewhere. I don't know.
Out.
So why do I keep saying, you know, if
Third baseman. Foul.
that I will resume my perfect playthrough of Final Fantasy VI Advance if we reach 100 subscribers? Because honestly, back then I had almost no audience. Even today, it can be argued that I have a very small, minute audience for Final Fantasy VI.
Out.
I do think it's absolutely essential that this perfect playthrough
Center field.
is to continue into the near future.
Out.
I actually need an audience. So I'm basically throwing whatever shit at the wall to see what sticks. In the meantime,
Third baseman.
honestly, if the traffic and the requests for Final Fantasy VI Advance just keeps piling up, regardless of if I get 100 subscribers, I will probably do it anyways. Man, I hit those fouls.
Shortstop. Out.
Anyways, something I kind of found out as playing through the game is that sometimes I find that I can't move my batter for whatever reason, and there's usually one of two reasons for this. Number one, they're partway through swinging the ball, which will lock them in place, or B, the B button gets stuck. So I have to press it again just to get them to move again.
Center fielder.
And I'm going to get another out, but that's okay. I think I get a throwaway home run down the line somewhere. And let's see, it's actually been a couple days since I actually looked at what was going on here. Will this be a
First baseman. Out.
perfect game? Will any of these be perfect games? I know game 30 wasn't.
Shortstop. Out.
And so far, it appears to be.
Strike.
Alright.
Shortstop.
By the way, I never comment on the music. The music in this game is really, really boring and uninteresting.
Strike.
And this is actually a part of an arcade game. I said this in an earlier episode, but I believe the name of the game was Super Baseball Arcade.
Out.
But this was basically rushed out here in the States
Shortstop. Out.
to get a baseball shelf on the store shelves during its initial launch. They tried to do the same thing with World Championship Soccer and Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf, but they weren't able to get those games ready and available on time.
Safe.
Interestingly enough, Tommy Lasorda Baseball and Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf
Third baseman.
are given the same name, are actually available in these first few baseball games, I believe are available everywhere in the world.
Strike!
However, due to the contracts associated with those titles, they have not been able to be released on any other platform. They are literally locked in place on the original Genesis. Which is why you never see a lot of these sports titles see re-releases on like Virtual Console or eShop or Xbox Live Arcade or PlayStation Network or anything, or Steam or anything like that, you know. Like even games that don't have endorsement deals like Tecmo's Super Bowl, they can't be re-released on shelves because the NFL license is exclusive to Madden. No, the NFL and NFLPA license is exclusive to Madden. So as long as that exclusivity deal exists, we can't ever see a re-release of games like Tecmo's Super Bowl. Monopolies suck, don't they? Okay, I don't get a perfect
Second baseman.
That's okay.
Out.
And I'm just trying to get myself out in every game.
Third baseman. Out.
I just woke up. Weekend's been pretty busy. So anyways, where I'm getting at with this is, sure, I could actually revive a long dormant Final Fantasy VI Let's Play. You know, it's a good game. It's a really good game. If I have the time for it, I just have to play it as organically as humanly possible. Yeah, that was a rare case where somebody tried to steal second that I caught on. So now we're in the 9th inning. We really only have to go through the motions, and I win an easy one. And do I get a free home run off of this or something? I don't remember. I don't think so. But I'm just swinging for the fences. And I'm not gonna bother if they throw a wild pitch like that. And I missed that one. And it doesn't look like it. Final score's 5-0, and all that scoring was done in the top 2 innings. First 2 innings.
Right fielder.
And we're getting to the end, and that will soon be the end of save state number 1. We're heading into save state number 2 because it's a new game. Now, it's actually worth noting, is that yes, in the first few episodes, they provide you with every episode up to this point in time, you are given a password at the conclusion of every game. Once we get to the postseason, however, all that goes out the window. And game 29 is going to become yet another route. A route of epic proportions, I might add.
Left fielder.
And this absolutely sucks, man. I mean, it's a crappy start, sure, you know. I'm already gotten out, and I hit a fly ball after stealing second, so at this point, the chances of me scoring is pretty minute, to say the least. And there you go.
Third baseman.
But once we get to the postseason, you know, they will only provide you with passwords at the end of each series.
Out.
You know, that means,
Shortstop.
hypothetically, this could have been a 30-part Let's Play, and then suddenly the final 2 episodes, with 1 episode dedicated to a different game. And, I actually get first blood here, but,
Strike.
and the reason why is due to the passwords. And I steal second. Brilliant. But,
Fielder.
but once we get to, like, the Conference Championship Series and the World Series, they're best of 5 and they're best of 7, so until those series come to an end, you can't really just turn it off and skip past any games. You gotta play them all at once. So, yep, we are actually heading towards the end game. And,
Fielder.
got 2 runs out of that, which is good, but, that's pretty much it.
Third baseman. Out. Strike.
But trust me, this will turn into a scoring palooza soon enough.
Out.
You know, I actually get a record for most points. Oh, I didn't get any runs. But I actually get the record for the most runs scored in a single game of Lasorda baseball. At least for me, a personal record. Get a man on first, making a move to steal second.
Second baseman.
Forget to make the move to steal second, but I get a man on first and second.
Shortstop.
And bases are loaded. I could have stole home, but I wasn't bold enough to try. Somehow made that work, and even got a run out of it. But this is actually a first for me, at least in a session I recorded. A 4-run home run! Can you believe that? A stupid gaffe I made by forgetting to steal second led to this. A 4-run home run. And usually this is when I go into full on. And this is basically where I would normally go into full-blown and this became too impossible for me to resist. I decided, you know what, I want to get more. I'm not gonna go into full-blown speedrun mode quite yet. Shit. Probably could have gone for it, but usually those. And now I remember steal second. And now I'm gonna try to pad out my scoring a bit more because I'm kind of a greedy asshole about that.
Second baseman.
And I get 2 extra runs out of it.
Out.
And because I got 7 runs, I'm basically going to decide, you know what, I think I've had enough. This was a lot of fun. This was a fun-ass inning. 7 runs in 1 inning. Might as well go do the clip from Baseball Bugs, where the the Gas House Gorillas are literally doing the tango across the baseball diamond. You know, anyone who watched Urinating Tree's video on the Baltimore Orioles know what I'm talking about.
Shortstop. Out.
It literally brought me back to watching some classic Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Second baseman.
And it made it one of my favorite Bugs Bunny shorts of all time. You know?
Shortstop.
What a classic.
Out.
But I actually get another run somewhere down the line. I don't think it's a home run, but
Out.
the thought starts creeping into me but rather the next opportunity that presents itself, the thought creeps into my head that, you know what, this is the most points I've scored in a game of Lasorda baseball. And it's tied with several other games, both recorded or otherwise. Can I get more than that? How badly do I want that extra 8th run?
Out.
That I would jeopardize speedrun mode to do so.
Left fielder.
Well, that's not the run, I can tell you that. And that thought never would have occurred to me had that fly ball resulted in an out. Which is why I turned the guy on third base around when I got the chance. Because, you know, fly ball pretty much means
Left fielder.
that's an instant out, and that's a problem. But not that time. Again, it's basically a rule of thumb, but it's not a guarantee. So far, a perfect game.
Third baseman.
And I think
Safe.
this was when I decided, you know what, I want that 8th run. I want a personal record here. 8 runs in one game.
First baseman.
And however, I once again made the mistake and forgot to steal second.
Right.
Oh boy.
First baseman. Out. Safe.
And they got the man on second out, which is, but on the bright side, it allows me to steal second again. Sometimes they will take a gander at trying to get me out. Sometimes they just sit there. I got 2 outs, 1 out, and 2 strikes.
Out.
And I'm like, I'm good. Good. Thank you very much.
Right fielder.
And now, I just have to hold on and preserve my lead.
Left fielder.
I got an 8-run game here, so might as well not run the score up needlessly and take up some of your time, but it was actually, it is a lot of fun when you just run the score up on your opponent like this. I just couldn't resist.
First baseman. Out.
But people don't want to see me go into speedrun mode the second you get a 2 or 3 run lead,
Out.
and then pop back out when that lead closes to within 1.
Shortstop. Out.
No. They want to actually see some interesting gameplay development.
Left fielder.
I mean, they like a fast game every once in a while, but keep in mind that sports games are not very popular sources for LPs. They are widely seen as illegitimate games. You know, people make a top 300 Sega Genesis games and not one sports game gets a mention. You know, and sports was basically the light part, along with Sonic, was basically the lifeblood of the Genesis. You know, this was the system where you could get fast and speedy gameplay like Sonic. You get sports games, and you got the violent games, the games with blood and gore, and Kano's ripping your heart out your chest.
Right. Ball.
So the very idea that sports would be left out of the equation of the system that basically made the sports platform what it is, sports gaming what it is, honestly is kind of ludicrous. And keep in mind, this is the same guy that says that the best game on the NES is a sports game, Tecmo Super Bowl. And keep in mind, I've beaten Mega Man 2 and Contra and The Legend of Zelda and Final Fantasy. And I still think Tecmo Super Bowl is better than all of them. You know, they're all really good games.
Shortstop. Out.
But when I think of what is the best game for a particular system, I think which games do I come back to the most often. And I can put my money on it. It's for the NES, it's Tecmo Super Bowl. For the Sega Genesis, it's games like Sonic 2 and Streets of Rage 2. And that's the end of Game 29. Game 30 is where I get hit a snag. It's all, and I can't really explain why. I just couldn't get any hits in.
First baseman.
I couldn't get any hits in at all. And even when I got a hit in, it resulted in no points. As a result, most of this game was basically deadlocked in a stalemate.
Second baseman. Out.
See?
Shortstop.
And eventually, they even get a home run, too. So I give up a score on thus ending my dominant run against this series, against the Reds.
Second baseman.
And that's the first run I give up. The first hit I give up, actually.
Third baseman.
The worst part was, I basically knew exactly who I had to move from the very start, and I still couldn't reach it. So, this was an area where I hit the ball at a place I could not retrieve.
First base, foul.
And this is getting really frustrating. And of course it's a freaking fly ball. What am I saying? And anyways, for games like the PlayStation, games like Final Fantasy VII and Crash Warped, you know, for the Nintendo Switch, you know, I got a lot of games. You know, Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the Final Fantasy games on the go. Almost pretty much every one of my all-time favorite games is now available in some capacity or another on the Nintendo Switch. The only exception are games that are hard third parties, like Halo 2, or games that have not yet been made available on the Switch, like the Mass Effect trilogy. If the Mass Effect trilogy and Halo 2 ever saw a release on the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch officially becomes the greatest video game console. In the Kingdom Hearts series. I want the Kingdom Hearts games on the Switch. You know, bring 1.5, 2.5 on the Switch at the very least. You know. But, you know, 6 or 7 of your 10 favorite games of all time being available on the Switch is actually not a bad deal. You know, Sonic 2, Final Fantasy. I can play Final Fantasy 7. I can play Sonic 2. I can play. I'm trying to think. My mind's a blank here. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, Pokemon, sure, but the games I really think of for Pokemon that I really love are actually Gens 1 through 3. Those are the games I grew up on. Super Mario World, Ocarina of Time, and Form of Crash Warped, which is part of the Insane Trilogy, even though my favorite game from that series is the original PlayStation game. Anyways, any minute the tie is gonna break. That tie is gonna break, and the Reds will be the first ones to break it. I give up a home run.
Right fielder.
And no. I wish that would result in a home run, just go to the audience and it's a home run, but if it passes the foul line at any point, it's a foul. Although I believe in real life baseball, a foul line only goes so far as, like, the baseball diamond itself. You know, where the bases are located. Once you pass first and third bases, crossing the foul line would still be a home run. Now this is an automatic out here. But in this game, it's not so simple. Anyways, so far so good, but things are about to take a turn for the worse. Not here. And yep, 5 runs and 5 innings gone by and no runs at all. Bright side is this means that this game is flying by really quickly. But that kind of sucks that I can't get anything going. Right down to 2 outs, I only have 1 hit. I only got 1 man on base the whole time. Same goes for the Reds, but that's both times early on in the game. But those problems are gonna result in me using another save state soon, you know. Generally, I like to keep the save states to just 1 per game, but when something like this... Nope, this ain't the one. I can't explain it. And these wild pitches, of course.
Second baseman. Out. Second baseman. Out.
There's like 4.5 minutes left of this, but things are about to get complicated real fast.
Third baseman. Out.
No, we're bottom of the 7th inning, so
Center fielder.
bad time to give up a homer right here. At that point, I probably should have just reset and tried again. But I suck with it. We're this late far and we might as well keep
Right
going.
fielder. Out.
But I actually do answer back shortly after with, I think, a homer of my own.
Shortstop. Out.
I hear. But I do score, like... I do score on this inning.
Shortstop.
Unfortunately, it's only one run. And I make a move to steal second.
Safe.
And I successfully steal second. Fortunately, I have an out, so something else has to happen.
Center fielder.
And I turn my ass around because this is bad news for me. Now I have 2 outs, so the chances are very, very bad. But I make a bold move here, and I get a run, out for good measure.
Third baseman. Foul.
And I'm starting to forget I should steal second.
Right. Safe.
And I actually steal second this time. I actually remember to do that. Fortunately, that's not going to matter.
Out.
And we're tied at 1 apiece, so I really can't give up another run.
Out.
You know,
Right.
we're serious. We're back to a 1-1
Third
tie.
baseman.
And I only have the top of the 9th inning to close that gap. Or actually, to actually extend my lead. At this point, it's time to use another save state. And it took a long time to figure out what I had to do. I eventually gave up on this batter, simply because he is so slow. The first guy was so slow that I basically realized that stealing second with him was impossible.
Right fielder.
And this turned out to benefit me a great deal because I got a double homer. Suddenly, I feel like we're in business. And this is me trying to use save states and RNG manipulation and coming up empty. And this time I just sort of winged it.
Out.
You know, none of that was pre-planned. I just got fed up with the guy at bat and decided that was time for a change. And it ultimately is going to pay off for me in the end.
Shortstop. Out.
You know, I just have to defend my lead at the top of the 9th. And I kind of had a brain fart wondering what was going on. I must have pressed start at that point, which meant I had to change my pitcher.
Shortstop.
But fine, whatever.
Out.
And it's about to be game, set, and match here real soon. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this intense game. Next time we take on the World Conference Finals. This is Mike Gordon, signing out.